You know what? I had a plan.
Mm-hmm.
I really did. A planet of the apes.
What?
No, that actually just came to me now. I wasn't actually going to segue like that. That was really corny.
What was your plan?
My plan was to sit down on Sunday evening and watch Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
And I
Was
like,
that the plan?
That was the plan.
I thought the plan was...
Hold on. Then I thought I'll save Rise, or I'll save Dawn, and then I'll save War for the week because, you know, we're going to camp and I wanted to have stuff to do, stuff to watch in the evenings or something. So I was like, I'll save those movies to watch during the week.
At camp?
No, this week.
Oh.
To kind of
Buffer between you now and camp.
Between now and camp.
Yeah.
I watched all 3 movies Sunday evening.
All three?
All 3.
And how late were you up?
It was like 11 o'clock or something.
Okay.
I should have been in bed because I was getting up early.
So, you having come off the back of a binge, what is your initial thoughts? From start to finish, what stood out to you on this go through?
I got something that stood out to me.
I still really like the first one. I like a lot of parts of the second one. I know I've complained, and I know other people have complained about the human characters not being very fleshed out. But honestly, they weren't half bad. They had enough character development for them to mean something, for them to matter, without cutting into Caesar's story. And that's what all 3 movies are about, is Caesar's story. He learned something new in each movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the first movie, he learns like basic human stuff, wondering about why he's intelligent, what he is, you know, resentment, abandonment, resolve, companionship. You know, and then I'd say second movie, you know, he gets big trust issues. He learns that you can't trust everybody. He has to learn how to trust the humans. Learns what betrayal feels like. You know, what potentially losing his family feels like. And then in the third one, he feels what losing his family feels like. I mean, there's one scene in the third after, spoilers, by the way, at the very beginning, his family gets murked. His son and his wife. And they're looking for his younger son, whose name is Cornelius.
Yep. That's a great son ape name.
And he's
Cornelius.
You know, Caesar's just standing by himself in the middle of the cave, and he hears a sound, and he looks over, and Cornelius steps out from the shadows. And you see the CGI is so good. You see every emotion go over his face as he crouches down. He goes, and his voice kind of breaks. He goes, Cornelius. And I was like, oh my gosh.
That's a little bit of that. That's in the artist's work and Andy Serkis.
It's been forever since I've seen War.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
I need to maybe
freaking Woody Harrelson just
showed up.
Takes on the villain of War of the Planet of the Apes.
My biggest complaints for War, it shouldn't have been called War.
Yeah.
War is misleading. I wanted to see Caesar like with a table in front of him, planning out battle strategies. You know, because that was a really cool part of the first one when he's directing the apes where they should go on the bridge. I wanted to see him full scale war.
What would you call it then?
It should have been called something else. I have no idea.
Journey,
something else of the Planet of the Apes.
Something for the Planet of the Apes. Something of the Planet of the Apes. Just anything, like, because War is misleading.
Yeah. It is a bit misleading. It's not a full blown.
The story is about revenge.
Because in the traditional story of, you would know this. Have you seen all the old ones?
Yeah. I've seen most.
All right, you guys will be able to answer my question.
It's been a while.
Is there an actual war, or a war that was spoken about between humans and apes? Was there an actual war, or was it just collapse?
It's been so long.
Yeah, dude. I don't remember.
Leave in the comments. Let us know if it's actually a war.
5 movies.
This is also kind of alternate reality because in the original one, Charlton Heston's like wondering, why is it civilization like this way? And then he comes to the conclusion when he sees the Statue of Liberty at the end that it was like nukes. It was nuclear warfare.
It was.
And they kind of allude to the fact that in that one, the apes evolved over time.
So
Like,
he had no idea how long it
after
had been.
millions of years, the humans devolved and the apes evolved.
But
Whereas in this one, the evolution happens fast.
which, by the way, in this one, in Rise, I wasn't a big fan that they made the chemical that this is kind of centers around, the kickoff of this story. They made it feel like a freaking ooze or whatever. You know, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff.
Yeah.
Like, why do we have a greenish cloud? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why do we do that? Why does Hollywood always do this? Like, here's the toxin. You know what I'm saying?
It could have been a white cloud or of
I mean, that's
aerosol.
what it was. It was a toxin. That's why
It was a
shows-
virus,
Yeah,
yeah.
it shows the virus being spreaded like
Yeah,
COVID.
it was a virus.
But isn't it? Yeah, it's a virus. But the toxin, or not the toxin, the serum
Wait a minute.
that gave them intelligence.
Wait a
You
minute.
know what?
We had COVID.
Wait.
Now we have monkeypox.
Are the apes
Was
evolving?
COVID the serum?
I saw that one video of monkeys like getting a snack and then pushing the buttons in order after they look at it for like half a second.
Yeah,
And then
I've
they
seen
get
that
another
too.
snack and then they boop, boop, boop,
or
boop,
the
boop,
numbers
boop.
disappear or are hidden, and they're like,
And they like the monkey's just standing there going like this. He's just like looking at it, kind of looking around. It pops up, goes away. He's pop, 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 and snack.
and snack. Yeah,
He's just standing there swaying. You know what I'm saying?
no,
Freaking, there's a Caesar in the making somewhere.
but I think the
Maybe.
biggest part of this series is Caesar.
Yeah.
Caesar is so good,
And it's all about family.
It's all about family. Every
The
bit of it.
quality and vibe of the film jump between Rise and Dawn, in my mind, is huge.
It's massive. Oh yeah.
It gets way more dark, way different world at that point. You know what I'm saying? Also, just the animation is so much better. Like everything is so much more believable.
And ape riding a horse, dual wielding light machine guns.
While he's screaming with
While
his
he's
devil
screaming.
face.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
big fangs just.
that's everything I wanted. I wanted it in this movie called War for the Planet of the Apes, but we got it in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Honestly, I feel like Dawn was probably the most satisfying.
There's
the
so many good moments in
films.
War, dude.
it's-
I mean, just the movie, watching War is just watch Caesar. He is telling the story with his face the entire time.
He does the same in Dawn as well.
No, in this one, there's so many close-ups of him just brooding, thinking. It's so intense.
Let's see.
Click on this.
Which one?
I lost it. The gun one.
This at the top?
No.
There was another gun one? This one?
Yeah, that one.
With Koopa?
Koba.
Koba?
Yeah.
All right, that was a pretty creepy scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he's tricking these dudes.
Tricking these dudes in a really crazy way.
Yeah.
I think Koba kind of hit different to me.
He really did.
He did.
I mean,
He looked evil. I told this to Wyatt when we were watching Rise. I was like, who's giving a serum to this ape? He looks evil. He looks mad. You know, if he got brains and smart, that he's just going to be like the guy that's going to kill you in your sleep or something.
Yeah.
Okay, the way that Dawn opens up with this.
That's what I thought War was going to be like.
Yeah.
That scene where they open up on Caesar's face close up. They're all in war paint and stuff.
And
that's sick,
It's
dude.
so here's something.
Oh yeah, that's
Is that Gorilla?
Yeah, no, that's Koba.
Koba.
Yeah, it's sick. There's something in War, a particular moment that happens. It's very brief. It happens very quickly, and it's something every movie should have for character development.
What is
any
that?
character? In the movie, we watch Caesar, Maurice, Rocket, who are original members, the crew, and a new gorilla named Luca.
The squad.
Yeah, the squad. So Luca doesn't do much except for be a gorilla. And they meet this little girl. She can't speak, and she hangs out with Maurice most of the time. There's one scene, just one scene, where she's looking at flowers in a tree. And Luca, he walks up and he looks at her, and she's not afraid. And he looks up and he reaches up and grabs a flower and puts it behind her ear. And it's beautiful. And then he hobbles away. Not 5 minutes later, Luca takes a knife for Caesar, right to the chest, takes a knife.
Yeah.
And Caesar drags him up a hill back to the boys and the girl. And she just is crying over his body, and I'm crying. And she takes the flower out of her hair and puts it behind his ear, and I'm weeping.
Yeah.
In the movie theater, I was weeping.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to develop to make a real relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little moment like that.
That's
It's so
sick.
beautiful.
I'm gonna look for this picture of Luca.
If they're gonna do another one, I don't know if they will
go to
do
that
another
one
one or not.
With the in the trees, right here, up here.
This one.
Yeah, that one's really good.
How does this one conclude? I can't remember.
Caesar dies. They get to a place where they can be safe, and then Caesar dies.
Okay.
He's so big.
If they do,
Look at how big he is.
if they do another one, because it won't be about Caesar, it would just be more about the family.
It could be about his son Cornelius or Cornelius's kids.
I would like to see so we've seen the ape portion of it, but I would like to see it more of a kind of, how would I say, almost like, I don't want to compare it to this because that's a show, but like Peaky Blinders, almost like a drama manipulative thing,
Yeah,
where
a little
like
bit more politics.
like his son, what's his name?
Cornelius.
Cornelius is like in charge, but like he controls everything, and you can tell he controls everything, and people are like trying to. And
He's the godfather almost.
That would be fun.
I don't know how that would work because it's kind of like a human structure.
Well,
but that's why they've evolved. Up
They
to
make
that.
it very clear in this in war that the apes and the humans are no different. Right, Caesar is on a course of revenge. The same way Woody Harrelson, he's having the same mindset as Woody Harrelson, and in the end, he has to make a decision if he to let that go or not.
Yeah.
And so they make it clear that he's human. I would like to see a show where there's a lot more apes there dealing with other communities of apes. It's a lot bigger, and yeah, he has to be the leader. And it's not like Caesar, who's like progenitor, war hero, almost a godlike figure to the apes. It's a different kind of leadership.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool.
I think that kind of makes sense. I don't know if necessarily I would like to see Luca without Caesar. I don't know. It's just it would be hard to
dead.
Not Luca. Cornelius. It would be hard to see Cornelius without Caesar, without his father, because the show is built around Caesar.
Yeah, but
and it's going to be a hard mantle to pass on.
That's what the old ones were, though. The old ones were like following kind of the line. It was like kids, and then it was like following.
That's the point. You put in a conflict, a threat, and everybody, they've had a lot of peace up until then, and he's been a good leader, but not a wartime leader. And they're like, all right, Cornelius, what are we going to do now? You're the leader. How do you deal with this?
He has to tap into some of his father's.
Yeah. Also, Caesar talking. He talks so much in the last movie. It's incredible. I love it.
You like him talking?
I love it. Every minute of it.
Wasn't it pretty crazy in Rise when he first says, Caesar is home? Mm-hmm. In a very gentle...
The big moment is when he grabs the baton and he's like, no!
So that's true.
I didn't watch Dawn or War with you, but I watched Rise. So what's his name?
Tom Felton?
Yeah. He plays in Harry Potter.
Draco Malfoy.
He plays Draco in Harry Potter. Surprisingly, a fantastic character. I liked his
just
character.
Just mean little twerp guy.
He is supposed to be the guy you hate, but yeah, he played a fantastic part in that movie.
Any final thoughts before we move on about the Planet of the Apes?
The movies have, their bad parts. Absolutely. It's not a perfect series, but
if it's not dang near one of the best we've had in a decade.
It's so enjoyable to watch.
Think about the past decade. Hold on. Think about in the past decade. So just think about the 2000 teens.
Mm.
All right, what better trilogy came out? Was Hunger Games better than this?
No.
And that turned into 4.
I don't know. There's probably been stuff that was close. I want before we leave.
Any Avengers film better than this? No.
I do want to give a little credit to the godfather of, I don't know what you call this, animation, mocap animation, but Andy Serkis.
Oh yeah,
who did all this. It started with Smeagol Gollum, and then
he did. And
he's done
completely
so much.
naked too.
Wait, what?
Just with the tracking dots on him, walking around like
I don't know if that's how that works, but
Hold on.
walking around like Joe Rogan.
Joe would have done a great mocap.
Yeah, he would.
Imagine him
That
just
would be
freaking crescent kicking.
We were talking about this.
The intelligent apes, one sitting with Joe Rogan.
Like,
It's like, what's it
doing a
like
podcast?
being like an intelligent species that not too long ago you weren't really thinking anything. The ape's like, dang man, well it's just
Look
like
at that young Andy Serkis.
it's just like
He's old now.
it's weird.
His word. Okay, let's see all of the mocap. I don't know if this is all of them. This can't be all of them.
No. A bear? Who did do a bear?
I don't know.
Oh, that was probably from Mowgli.
Oh, yes, you're right.
He did
Mowgli.
mocap for a bear?
Yeah, in Mowgli. Was
that's
Disney
a meme.
live action, or was that no? That's the Netflix one. There was 2 that came
Andy
out.
Serkis's movie.
That's so cool. All right.